Hello everyone, welcome to the Humble Tabletop. Today I'll be making a base for this guy. I picked him up from a garage sale for pretty cheap, and I thought he'd make a good set piece encounter for D&D. I mean, who doesn't want to fight a T-Rex? That's awesome. Unfortunately, he doesn't exactly stand up on his own. So, I am gonna fix that. I'm going to start out with some thin hobby plywood. I've already cut to the size I want, and I've already marked out where the dinosaur's feet are going to go, just with some Sharpie. Next, let me get it here. Next, I'm going to glue some bark onto the wood. I've got an old dead tree in my backyard, that's where I got this from, and this will eventually become rocks. So, yeah, let's get started. And these don't have to be glued down super well right now. We're gonna fix that later. There we go. See if he fits. And he will be just fine. Awesome. Ah. Alright, now that that's all glued down, and it's sturdy enough for my liking, I'm going to fill in all these gaps and blend the bark in with, let me get in frame, some all-purpose joint compound, spackle, filler, whatever. And I've just got a cup of water here to smooth it, and I'm just going to use my hands. I ain't afraid to get a little bit messy. So all I'm going to do is get a nice dollop like that, and plonk it down. Yeah, right there's good. I'm going to try to avoid these places where his feet are going to go. He needs a nice, sturdy place to plant his feet. And after I get all this down, I'm going to blend it in with some water. And there we go. That looks a-okay by me. So I am gonna let that dry for a couple hours, and I'll be back. Now our base is nice and dry, all the spackle's hard. So now I'm going to give it a layer of Mod Podge mixed with black paint. I got this idea off of Black Magic Craft. I'll link his video down in the description. And all I'm gonna do is give the entire thing a good layer of the stuff. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna use a bigger brush for this. Just go for it. There we go. And there we go. That's all of it covered. And this will give it a nice, hard coat of protection. I'm gonna let that dry for a little while and I will be back. The base coat is dry, so it's ready for a little bit of paint. I'm gonna use some gray mixed with a little bit of black. And I'm just gonna do a pretty heavy dry brush, I think. There we go. Next, I'm gonna just give it another dry brush with the regular gray. I'm going pretty heavy on this dry brush. Oh, not quite that heavy, but just like that. There we go. Next, I'm gonna paint these low spots right here with some brown. Nice dark brown. Just to give it that muddy feel. There we go. Alright, I'm just gonna let all of that dry. My paint is all dry, and before I move on, I think I'm going to glue down my dinosaur. I'm just gonna use some hot glue here. Let's bump the camera. Right, like that. Bit of a camera angle change so you could see what's going on next. I'm going to use some of this matte gel mixed with a little brown paint. I'm just gonna build up the mud around his feet. Now, while this gel is still wet, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of sand onto it, just to give it a little bit of texture. There we go. I think that's enough. Now I'm just gonna let that dry. The gel has dried and the sand has stuck down pretty well. So I am going to leave the video there. Stay tuned for part 2 where I add some greenery to this base. And thank you for watching.